Welcome back to Ruby's Manic Life. This is the Manic Files, and I'm your host, Ruby Sangue. Have you ever felt like your own mind isn't quite on your side, or maybe, just maybe, it thinks it's protecting you, but it does it in the most confusing way possible? Imagine your brain having this built in defense mechanism. Anytime an emotion gets too big, too overwhelming, whether it's joy or sorrow, poof, the memory attached just vanishes. It's like walking through life with a huge chunk of the map just blacked out. For me, that's maybe 80% of the time. I find myself constantly reaching out to my best friend, Panda, just asking the basic questions. What happened? When were we there? Who was actually with us? Or who is that person? It's disorientating. And honestly, sometimes it gets very frustrating and scary not having those memories anymore. Now, let's layer on the nonstop buzzing energy of ADHD and the unpredictable emotional roller coaster of my manic depression. Yeah, it's quite the internal landscape. And it brings up the biggest question that weighs on my heart. How do you parent through this? How do you show up for your kids when you're battling something inside that makes consistency feel impossible? Do you lay it all bare, share the struggles, and hope and pray that they grow up understanding and not resenting you for the times you weren't fully present? Or do you try to shield them, inadvertently teaching them to fill in the gaps to keep the ship afloat when you falter? Most days, the instinct is to clam up, to try and soothe over the cracks, hide the shakes, pretend everything's okay, because the absolute last thing you want is to be a burden to your family, to add more weight to this beautiful, chaotic thing that is a family life. There's this constant hum of fear under the surface, terrified that one day my kids will have had enough of it. Enough of the forgotten birthdays, the missed moments, the blank stares, that they'll just quietly step away because mom forgot another precious memory. I remember the first time the words just disappeared. It was about 4 years ago. We'd had this amazing evening at the fair, laughing at the probably five rides that they had. My husband had won me this huge, goofy green frog. I loved that frog. Named him Albert. He had the biggest, most honored spot on the middle of my bed. A couple of days later, I'm chatting with a friend, still buzzing about Albert, trying to describe him, and the word frog just evaporated. I'm looking right at him. I see the green, I see the spots, I can almost hear the ribbit, but the word? Gone. My mind was just static. My husband's looking at me, completely baffled, wondering why I can't just spit it out. And then my daughter, so perspective, gently says, Mama, are you trying to say frog? That moment was the starting point. Now, in today's time, it's almost normal. Me calling things by the wrong name, pointing vaguely, my kids gently correcting me, understanding that mom's brain is just foggy today. They've become my memory keepers, reminding me of appointments, of dates, of promises, and the incredible thing, they each do it with grace. They don't hold it against me when my mind just isn't cooperating. On days when the weight is too heavy, when I physically can't pull myself out of my chair, they don't push or prod, they just join me. They pile onto the couch, put on something funny, something light, or quietly coaxing me back to the surface with their presence. We still don't have all the answers, no neat diagnosis to explain it all away, but they love me through it. They don't hold the confusion against me. It's not easy. My house, it lives in a state of beautiful chaos. ADHD cleaning is a special kind of overwhelming. Your brain screaming that 20 tasks need doing right now, wishing you had octopus arms. And sleep often feels like a luxury, needing medication just to quiet the mental chatter. The replaying of conversations from years ago, wondering about all the signals that I missed, and this bubbly talk to anyone personality that somehow coexists with being, honestly, a lazy friend sometimes because I miss the cues, lost in my own world. Some days I genuinely wonder why the people I love stick around, why they put up with the whirlwind that I cause. Living with a mental disorder while desperately trying to stitch together a semblance of normal, it's utterly exhausting. But I keep trying every day for them, for my kids, even knowing that these memories, these moments of clarity, that this very conversation might eventually fade too. That's the heartbreaking reality. But the love, I hope the feeling of that love sticks deep down, even when the details blur. I hope that's what they remember. Thank you for tuning in, for stepping into my world for a little while here on the Manic Files. I share these messy pieces hoping maybe someone else feels a little less alone. With that being said, new episodes drops Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Come back and see what chaos Ruby's Manic Life cooks up next. I'm your host, Ruby Sangwe. Remember, you can love me or hate me. I'll find my way to be okay. Have a wonderful night, y'all. Bye.